Legends. What's up, Lozelle?
What's the dilly?
What you got going on, man? What you doing?
Nothing. This podcast right now. That's what we're gonna do. Then I'm gonna go out after this and go vote.
Oh, you got some voting to do. That is true. Everybody get out and vote, man.
Yeah, get out and vote. Everybody get out and vote. We're gonna not talk about that because
Yeah.
yeah, it's very touchy right now. But moving on.
Yep. All right. So for those of you who don't know, we were in San Francisco. It was a great time. We had Kobe out there, you out there, had John Luke. There's a lot of pictures on the website. If you go to liveslegends.com events and SBSF, got out on Media Row, or what is it? Radio Row. They call it Radio Row. Yeah, Media Row. We were out there. Flozell was on the ticket doing his thing, talking some Cowboys and, about some of the things they had going on. So shout out to the ticket for having us. Saw Donovan McNabb out there and a few other people. It was interesting. It was an interesting little deal. But Flozell talked about Lives Legends on the ticket as well, so that was pretty cool.
Yes, it was very cool out there. Seeing all those famous faces that we all see every day on the sports channels and kind of commiserating with them a little bit and just hearing what they have to say in person. But it doesn't change my mind on anything, whether I agree with them or agree with them not for what we saw. But it was cool walking along Media Row and getting that type of experience. It's been a long time since I've been a part of that.
Yeah, and I've never seen Ian Rappaport not in a suit, but I saw him in his shorty shorts and his T-shirt in the hotel lobby getting a coffee. It was hilarious.
Yeah, people look different in person than they do on
Yeah.
television.
Oh yeah, I mean, I posted it on social media, but I walked into that little breakfast thing. I was eating breakfast with John Luke, and I mean, just normal old Deion Sanders just sitting in there with him and one other guy. Not a whole bunch of people around him, nothing. Just normal Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It is amazing how you walk around that place and, you see I was sitting at a restaurant and there's Keenan Allen and, all that good stuff. But it was good, man. Some good food. We ate it. We found us a few spots. Had our little event, went to some other events. It was a good time.
Yeah, it is. I was actually impressed about the amount of people that came out. I don't think it's going to be a amount of people, especially the planning on how short it was and being that Laugh of Legends has just pretty much started all over again. So that was a good thing.
Kicking back off. Yeah, and we have Pittsburgh coming up April 22nd of this year, 2026. It's the Wednesday before the draft. It's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're having it at the Distillery Complex. You can also go to the website and go to events, and you'll see it under events. One thing I'm excited about is the Bill Henry Band. I've seen them a few times. I know you've seen them a few times. I mean, I think they're good.
I think they're good too. They're pretty good doggone band, so I can't wait to be a part of that and hear what they got in store to be playing. So I'm sure they're going to make their list. Probably not right now, of course, probably a couple of weeks before on what they're going to play at this event. So it's going to be exciting.
I told them to have at it. I don't think I've ever seen. I think the 3 or 4 times I've seen them, I don't think they've ever really done a bad job. Matter of fact, he texted me and was like, "What?" I'm like, "Hey man, do what you do.
Do what you do.
Do what you do." And
well,
then
I like to play some 80s music, man, because I'm an 80s baby. So
yeah,
all 80s.
So we're gonna we're gonna get some more information on all that. Obviously, you can go to the website and see it. We are gonna do something in Dallas. It's just kind of putting it out there for you. We are going to be, a part of some golf tournaments, so we want to kind of put that out there. We're not really announcing date and times for the Dallas event and Dallas show, or what golf tournaments we're going to be part of, or how we're going to go about doing that. But we want to let everybody know that hey, we're cranking out. We're working on a lot of stuff. We're working on a lot of college stuff that we want to do. And then we'll kind of go from there. So next on our agenda, wow, I can't even speak, is free agency. And it looks like Flozell went swimming. And he's back.
Yes, I'm back.
One of the interesting things that I mean, David Montgomery, I think didn't he start out with Cowboys?
David Montgomery?
Yeah.
No, he started with the Bears.
That's right. Who was the one? Who was the guy that started the running back that was for the that was so good, and then they got rid of him and went to Tennessee?
Oh man, you're talking about like over 10 years ago. They should have let him go at the time, and they regretted it. And then, like a year or two later, that's when they had drafted Ezekiel.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. He had a pretty decent career at Tennessee, but after a couple of years, running backs don't last only about 5 or 6 years, something like that. So
Yeah.
his time really dried up. But that's one of the times when the Cowboys should have kept this guy.
Yeah. So I know that David Montgomery got traded to the Texans from Detroit. That's not such a bad thing, for Detroit. I don't know what direction they're heading with their draft this year. I thought it was interesting that Javonte Williams, I guess the Cowboys decided to give him $24 million, 16 guaranteed for 30 years. Yeah, that's not
They
bad.
should have. They should have. So now they don't have to worry about looking in the free agency for a running back for a guy that produced over 1,000 yards when everybody expected him not to. So that was one of the number one priorities.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the more priorities than it was for signing the wide receiver.
Yeah. As part of that same deal, and I am curious about George Pickens. They franchise tagged him with $27.298 million for 2026. My curiosity is, wouldn't it have been cheaper to put him on contract rather than paying $27 million?
Well, the point of a franchise is to make contract negotiations, so you can take away that $27 million, because that $27 million counts against the cap, and they have to sign. I don't know. I think it's like by June 1st, or the $27 million is going to be counted on the cap. So I'm guessing that Cowboys are gambling that they're going to give him some type of contract before then, so they have to worry about having that cap number on the roster this year.
Well, and I think I don't know anybody who's going to pick up. No offense to Tua, but I think he's a free agent now, right? He can go. He can do whatever he wants.
No, he's not a free agent. He's they're going to cut him. They're going to cut him and Murray. So anybody who wants some little small midget quarterbacks running around and galloping and doing all this stuff, they're going to be available.
Make sure he don't get hit.
Yeah, well, you got to hit him though. Yeah, it's not easy to hit either one of them, but I think Tua will be risky, and Murray's, with his attitude, he'll be risky too, because Tua is a locker room favorite. Everybody loves that guy, but from what I've heard, that Murray is not a very likable guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's sad that in your contract you got to put video game time, limiting video game time. Tyreek Hill, I mean, is he not? I don't understand why they would release Tyreek Hill.
Well, they released him. He has a torn up knee. He's 31, 32 years old, torn up knee, brand new coach. I'm not trying to deal with it. His salary was high, starting brand new. That's pretty much the standard.
Does he go to KC for next to nothing?
Andy Reid said nope.
Oh wow. Okay.
But you're talking about a guy who's probably, if he plays this year, he's not going to be really, really totally available to, I would guess, about Thanksgiving. And then you have Patrick Mahomes out. So
when's Mahomes coming back?
I would take that he probably won't be playing this year. He had a torn ACL. So a guy like that, who's one of the best quarterbacks in history already in his young career, I don't even think he's 30 yet. If he is, he's just turning 30. I wouldn't put him in this year and risk that. Plus, they just cut the right tackle, who's a good pass protector but had a lot of penalties. But I wouldn't put him out there with the way things going right now.
That's going to be interesting. I will be curious to see if I'll be curious to see if anybody likes him. If anybody's going to pick him up.
Nah, he's going to have to take probably a little small contract or a minimum somewhere else, and the team going to have to not expect him to play at least the first half of the season. So he's going to have a hard time finding somewhere to go. I mean, you got to think of people who take veterans like that, maybe Baltimore or maybe Atlanta, places like that.
Yeah, somebody to help their young receivers, kind of, and that's what I kind of thought about. Bringing him back to Kansas City is one of those things where you bring him back next to nothing. I mean, he's got plenty. I don't think he has any money problems.
I don't think he has any money problems, but you're talking about two hardhead, Tariq Hill, their personal situations, and the other guy who's from Dallas.
Yeah.
He just has something brought against him, which is not favorable, and especially his probably contract situation next year. So, but we just talking about stuff we've seen on the net, just like everybody else. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not going to dive deeper into stuff like that. I mean, I know we had the car accident. I remember that. That was a big deal here in Dallas.
I wish you luck. I really wish you do.
The only thing you can hope is that you lose a ton of money. I always feel like that's kind of where this stuff goes. You lose a ton of money, and maybe you get a little bit more humble. That's the only thing you can hope for. I mean, we look at these guys as professional players, and we always seem to forget, man, these dudes are kids.
Yeah, but we all do stuff stupid when we're young and stuff like that, and you feel that one time, okay, I got it, but you just keep doing it over and over again. I mean, just because a professional athlete, just more noteworthy than anything, but you get a lot of these young men or young women doing stupid things that people don't care about. It's the same thing. It's just these people are athletes and make money, but hopefully you learn on the first time, but hey, good luck.
Yeah, that is true. So we got a few more minutes. We're going to do some more on free agency, but I do want to shout out some Olympics. We had the Olympics, obviously, the Winter Olympics. Congratulations, Norway! Dang, people, y'all killed the medal count.
What was it? I don't know. I watched one of our favorite Olympic events was watching curl. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I mean, I was in Chicago.
Well, it's just because then all of us could do. I mean, if we had a little bit of time and some ice around here, I mean, it's a sport that I'm not going to say it's a sport anybody could do, because I'm not taking away from what they do. But what I do want to say is we can all relate to the point of, hey, man, if that's something at least I could do. I mean, I'm not going to go jump no slopes. You got me messed up.
It's not that easy.
Oh, I bet it's not, and that's what I'm saying. It's not that it's that easy, but it's a reachable goal. I think that's how I view it. It's a reachable goal.
I've actually done it a couple of times some years ago in Wisconsin, and you think, all you have to do is just push whatever that thing is called, but it's not that easy.
Yeah. So Norway topped every single one of them. 18 gold, 12 silver, 11 bronze, 41 total. The U.S. had 12 gold, 12, we're number 2, 12 gold, 12 silver, and then 9 bronze for a total of 33. I got South Korea on here. You always look at some of these and you're just like, Jamaica did not have a bobsled team this year. Just let everybody know. Jamaica had a bobsled team.
I was hoping that movie gonna come out again.
Yeah, I would really love to. I mean, obviously that's a story. I mean, it's a great thing. So, yeah, but Italy did really well. Of course, their home country, home space. They got 10 gold, 6 silver, and 14 bronze for a total of 30. So,
not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. But I mean, Winter Olympics to me is always one of those things. What is the deal where then they fly and then they flatten out?
Slalom.
Man, that's crazy. Stuff's crazy.
They flying in the air like a bird. If that were me, I would probably go about 5 feet.
Yep. Men's hockey, gold medal in men's hockey. We're not even a true hockey country, but I mean that's not a huge sport here in the United States, but a huge win for the U.S. in hockey.
You know what's crazy about that is that one of the hockey players that are on the U.S. that won a gold that beat Canada is from Canada.
Oh no, I love seeing that stuff. I mean, you had the Chinese speed skater who was basically competing. You know, obviously they flee China or they flee some of these other different places, and you know, then they can't make the team, or or they can't make the team. Then they turn in and go for another country and win. And now you're looking back like China's looking at that dude who won gold. Like, wait a minute, why? What happened here? Did he defect? What did he do? Yeah, that one's always neat. That one's always neat just because of how it kind of transforms the different stuff. Yeah, Sweden, France. I was sitting here trying to see if Brazil. Hey, look at there. Most likely ice skating. They won a medal. They ain't got no snow.
And what?
I don't know what Brazil were in there. Let's see.
I would just guess that Brazil wouldn't have any snow anywhere, but it could be up in the mountains and have some snow.
I'm gonna say ice skating. Some sort of ice skating.
Yeah,
nope. Alpine skiing. Damn. That's the downhill alpine skiing.
Well,
congratulations. Wow. That's
good deal.
That's a crazy one. That's Belarus. Yeah, all these countries, you look at them and you're like, okay, we expect Russia, Kazakhstan, all those countries that have tons and tons of snow for X amount of months. We expect them to be in the Winter Olympics. And then, of course, summer, beach volleyball, Brazil, that's kind of your automatic deal. But, all right, man, well, we'll get off of that one. But congratulations to everybody who won a gold medal. Congratulations to everybody who won a silver and bronze. Congratulations for anybody who made an Olympic team, because that puts you above everybody else. So just the fact that you got there, whether you won a medal or not, it still makes you one of the greatest in that area of your sport just to be there. So congratulations to everybody. All right, man. So let's do a little Cowboys. All right. How about them Cowboys, man?
How about them Cowboys? We just talked about Pickens getting the franchise $27 million. I didn't know he had 1,400 yards a season. I thought it was like 1,100 yards. He did better than I thought he would. And he's not even. He'll just be 25 at the beginning of the season. But I'm anxious to see how, if they do sign. Well, he's on a team. He's gonna have to take it, or whether he sit out regardless. Is how him and CD Lamb are going to be working with each other, because somebody is going to be missing some yards.
Yeah.
And out of those two, they're hotheads. So somebody's going to be disgruntled. They're going to hit the internet, throw me the damn ball type TO stuff. So this going to be another Monopoly drama-filled Cowboy season when it comes to stuff like that. And who's going to be the center of that situation? Poor little Dak Prescott.
I know the combine ended yesterday, so I'll be curious what, as they come out and do all the different teams and what they, what came out of it. I know one of the biggest stories coming out of the combine's the dude with the mullet.
I saw that.
I don't know his name, but the dude's been all over the news talking about the greatest thing at the combine this year was his just flowing mullet as he's running the 40.
Yeah, I saw that. If he goes, they're gonna haze him in training camp if he's a high pick or something like that, and I bet you they're gonna head for cutting that hair.
Yeah. Oh, but he's got to keep the hair, man. Oh, you're talking about hazing him for it, not the team making him cut.
Yes. The team is not gonna make them do that. The vets were going to make him. Well, they're not going to make him. Well, they're going to make him cut the hair, but they're going to do it themselves.
Yeah. Well, I'd be you know that Strahan had to get all kinds of crap about his teeth when he as a rookie. I mean, just natural. Hey, man, what's that? You got something stuck in your teeth? I mean,
Oh,
I can come up with a million of them.
man. Well, they didn't get me because I wasn't having it. I'm like, you can try to do whatever you want to do, and it's not going to work. I'm a big dude. You come out and kick your ass. I don't care what type of vet you is. Be a professional with me.
Yeah. I can just say it. You too big, man. What kinds of card you get? Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. Because you get me, I'm going to get you. We're just going to be going back and forth, however you like it. But no, you're not hazing me. I'm not going to stand up and sit in front of the doggone team and sing a song. That is not going to happen.
Yeah. So looking at draft orders, we know that it looks like, well, it doesn't look like Vegas is number 1, Jets are number 2, Arizona, Tennessee, Giants, Browns, Washington, New Orleans, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Miami. Yeah, Miami. Dallas is number 12, Atlanta, Baltimore, Tampa, Indianapolis, traded to the Jets have 2 picks right there, number 2 and number 16. Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings, Carolina Panthers, Green Bay traded to Dallas, so that puts Dallas at number 20 as well. Steelers, Chargers, Eagles, Jacksonville. Man, Cleveland's going to have 2 in the first round as well. Bears sit at 25. Yeah. Bears sit at 25. Then Buffalo, San Francisco, Houston, Los Angeles, Denver, New England, and Seattle. So I will be curious who the Cowboys are seeing at number 12.
Well, it's going to be hard to see what they're really going to do because you get this Max Crosby from the Raiders keep coming up in free agency, and they obviously need a defensive end. They need to press. They need a pass rush or anything like that because it doesn't matter who team you're going to play. If you don't have a pass rush, it doesn't matter what DB you have. If you don't have a pass rush, they're going to get torn up. So I'm sure that's one of the most important things that's on their minds this year on trying to get on that defense. They need a pass rusher.
Right, which brings us to the Bears. I don't think the Cowboys, I mean, obviously there's been a ton of things about the Bears seeking Max Crosby. One of the things, I don't think the Cowboys have the cap. I don't know what their cap space is. I know the Bears got it.
Well, the cap space this year for every team is $301 million.
Yeah, but how much do they have? Dallas. I don't know how much cap space they have this year. 56. Yeah. I know there have been some conversations about pulling, about trading DJ Moore, which I'm not real keen on doing. I like Keenan Moore.
Yeah, it looks like Dallas Cowboys salary cap space is. Trying to look up freaking thing popped up.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of
56 million.
Yeah.
So they got to do a lot of restructuring, probably with. I read that Dak Prescott and the left guard Smith have to do some restructuring. They got to give them guys some cash so they'll be able to get down. 56 million is a lot of money. So, yeah, they're going to, and Raiders just signed Crosby, so they will have to take a big cap hit on getting them. They have to release somebody like CD Lamb to get Crosby, and that's not going to happen.
So, well, the crazy part is Vegas, as of right now, has almost $90 million in cap space. If they get rid of Max Crosby, that's going to get ridiculous. That cap space would be utterly ridiculous.
He definitely doesn't want to be there, so we'll see how that story is going to plan out as we go.
Yeah, I will be very, 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 very interested on where they're going to be.
And then,
yeah.
And Jerry Jones has definitely said he's going to spend a lot of money on defense this year, but you know what? We don't know what Jerry's going to do until Jerry does it.
But you got to have the money to spend the money. You can say I'm going to do a whole bunch on defense. I'm going to spend a whole lot of money on it. But if you don't have the money, unless everybody's just going to, and I've seen that in the NFL with when you do these salary things and things that people just keep pushing it out and pushing it out and pushing it out and pushing it out. Restructure Dak's contract to be longer and maybe give him more money over time, and all these other. Yeah, it's just crazy. I get it, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. So I'd be anxious to see how these guys are going to do. Free agency starts, and I know the deadline to do a franchise is today, tomorrow. Free agency starts in about a week. So
yeah, deadline to do franchise or transition players is prior to 4 p.m. Eastern time today. March 9th through the 11th, clubs are permitted to contact and enter contract negotiations with certified agents of players who become unrestricted. UFA players, NFL certified contract advisors, blah, blah, blah. March 11th, league year and free agency signing period begins at 4. All the trading stuff. Annual league meetings, March 29th, April 1st. So there's a lot of dates coming up. All right, man. So I'm going to go back to some of the things that we're going to be doing. We do want to encourage everybody who sees this, everybody who listens, to obviously go to the website, check out some of the events that we're doing. Obviously, our biggest one coming up right now is in Pittsburgh. And as I stated before, the Bill Henry Band's going to play. Always looking for sponsors, always looking for people who want to participate. It looks like we're going to have quite a few Steelers there.
You're going to have some Steelers, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yeah, we'll eventually start releasing names on the site. Tickets will go on sale probably the 22nd of this month, so 30 days prior to the event. The general admission doors are going to open at 7, doors for sponsors and VIP at 6, so that'll be a little meet and greet. Then we'll have the show, and then we'll have the Bill Henry Band to encourage everybody to, stick around, hang out. The Dallas show we're kind of working on. We know that FIFA is going to be here in Dallas. It'll be interesting to see the growth of football, and what we know in America is soccer, due to that. And it's funny because I'm getting people wanting to rent my house. I'm like, no, I don't know you. I don't know you people. I need weird people in my house. And then, of course, yeah, we're going to try to figure out something fun to do here in Dallas. And then, obviously, we're going to be participating in some golf tournaments. So that will be a later announcement. I saw Michigan State's basketball sitting at number 13, Flozell.
Yes, they've done a good job. They beat up top-ranked Purdue the other day, last week. So that was a big win for them. And they won at Purdue. First time they won at Purdue in 12 years. So that's a big accomplishment for them. And that's a big win for them heading into the NCAA tournament, which is going to start in the next week or so.
Yeah, it looks like first 4, March 17th through the 18th, first round 19 through the 20, Elite 8, 28 through 9, Final 4, April 4th in Indianapolis, championship game April 6th. And that is March Madness is rolling into April Madness.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be exciting to watch that stuff. So.
All right, man. We appreciate everybody for watching. Man, we're going to love doing this every single week. So we're going to bring you what we can bring you. We're not very funny. You said you're very funny on the little deal with the ticket, man.
Yeah, I'm not pretty funny. I can be pretty funny at times when I need to be.
We're going to have you start writing jokes for the show.
I don't need to write them. I can just go and tell them. So.
You just get okay. Well, next week, be prepared.
I was told that I should have been a comedian and an athlete.
I don't know who told you that, but they lied.
Yeah, but you know I'm funny. That's why you're laughing right now.
All right, man, everybody. Have a good day. Have a good